Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the beautiful Boynton Inlet here in Boynton Beach, Florida. And Miss Tammy is behind the camera there today, and she's doing a really good job. I'm all mic'd up so you can hear me good. That will also take care of any wind noise, hopefully, that might come up. And before I begin the video, I just wanted to say once again that Tammy and I do read all the comments, and we've been really enjoying them, and we really appreciate the compliments that you gave Miss Tammy on her dress and my new shirt and all the nice things that you said. And there were some constructive comments in there, and I'm not opposed to constructive criticism. They weren't really critical, they were just suggestions basically. And so we'll walk this way here. These guys are getting ready to do some service here, and they might be talking to one another. So we'll come over here and talk. But yeah, I took note of everything that you talked about, and we're going to work on that and do some things and some suggestions on videos. And basically, I just kind of wanted to start the, let me stand here in the shade so Miss Tammy's not too hot. I'll sit down right here. I just kind of wanted to start out with saying that yesterday we made a comment about living life, and now that we're retired, and really letting that soak in and living every day. I mean, just think about it. If you wait till you're retired, and you wait till next month, or every few weeks only, or every couple of months only before you go off and do something or have a little fun, maybe that's not enough. Maybe because we don't know how much runway we have in front of us, but certainly when we get older, we do have less runway in front of us than we do behind us. And maybe a good way to live even longer is to enjoy life more. And so I would encourage you, instead of sitting around doing some of the mundane things in life, and we've talked about it before, not watching the media, sitting around, overeating, maybe out getting a little walk. You don't have to go to a gym per se, but get out and walk. Go walk a nice park, or like when we went to Atlantic Avenue in Delray the other evening, getting the idea of sitting down and getting something to eat was kind of spontaneous. We were really just looking to make some video and look at people and walk up and down and get out of the camper, because it is tight quarters in there. And that's the night that everybody goes out. But what we've been doing, and we went to Stewart yesterday to Luna's, and unfortunately I wanted to say before I forget, we had said in the video we're going to give you guys a lot of video about the stores that are up there. But what happened was, when we met Joey and Sharon, the rain started coming down so hard it never ever stopped. We drove all the way back to Boynton Beach, 50 miles in solid, dangerous, flooding rain. And Tammy's tires are those low profile tires. I was doing like 45 miles an hour. So we will get back up there and finish that video and show you, because Stewart and Jensen Beach is really nice. And that's just something more to do. And we felt like doing these things and going to Atlantic Avenue the other night has kind of given Tammy and I, and she brought it up, it's kind of an epiphany, kind of waking us up that we need to do more of this more often. And so living your life and being retired, people are everywhere doing something all the time. There's people right now pulling slot machines in Las Vegas. There's people on cruise ships. There's people doing all kinds of stuff all the time. So it's important that you don't just realize you don't have to wait until a certain time that you need to, that it justifies getting out and doing something. There's plenty of free things to do, and it's good for your soul. At the end of the day, you got memories, and that's the thing, is collect those memories. Like today, Tammy and I, she's been searching for some places we'd like to share with you guys. There's some parks, there's some places with alligators, and there's some other things that we want to include in the channel to make it a little more eclectic. Don't worry, I'm never going to stop talking about Social Security. In fact, it's going to be coming soon. It might even be today, where we're going to remind people. And the reason I want to say that, it's not because it gets a lot of views, folks. It's because I want to help people. You should read the comments. I know a lot of you do. There's people that didn't even know they could collect Social Security at 62. There's people that didn't even know that their pensions don't hurt them or rental property against income if they work. People didn't even know the income limit you can make, and and the fact that you would get money back if you did go over. There's lots of information about, until you reach full retirement age, and Medicare and all these things. And the reason it's important, and I think that the reason that the channel is doing pretty well, is I found out a statistic. I think I heard, don't quote me, 10,000 people a day are turning 65. So people that are turning 62, that are in their late 50s right now, that are searching out in this difficult economy, that the unknown future and everything, they want to know about Social Security. They want to know about their money in retirement. They want to know what they can get. Should they wait? What's the story with Medicare? How do I live on it with insurance, or go without insurance? And I've got all that stuff I've been storing up in my mind. I've been studying it because I'm living it. I'm doing it, and I have to get on Medicare here in the next month or so. And I've got a video coming up very soon about what I'm going to do. And I've gone back and forth, and that's not a bad thing because I'm learning more and more. And I'll say one thing on that. There was a guy that I thought was really good, and he is good, on YouTube that talks about Medicare. And I reached out and I wanted to talk to someone about my zip code and where I live here in South Florida about Medicare. And I got hounded by emails, text. They wanted me to reserve a time, telling me not to be in my car, to give me an hour, and they wanted to do a Zoom, and it was just like all this pressure tactics to just call me up to, find out about getting me signed up with them and closing the deal. They didn't want to just simply, I reached out to them with the number and call me up and, answer the questions I have. I have a few questions before I proceed. But no, they wanted to, I didn't like that. So I kept getting all these reminders like every 5 minutes. And so I canceled it. And they even said we'd appreciate or need a 48-hour cancellation. I canceled yesterday that's, only 24 hours ahead. And what did they do this morning? They called me anyway and said, hey, we're calling you and we still want to talk to you. And you don't need an hour now. We just give us a few minutes. They're taking whatever they can get. And so when I sense that and I see that, being in sales most of my life, I can tell that they're just looking for the money. And I know this other one that I watched that I did speak to already a couple of months ago that I think I'm going to follow up with. And they're a company in North Carolina. And he's on YouTube. And I'll share more about that if I decide to go with them. And that's who you can use, because it doesn't save you anything to go directly with the insurance company, because they just keep the commission. These guys get paid from the insurance company. But they might want to, feed you in a direction that you don't need to go. And so let's move on. So Medicare is coming. And then, like I said, we're going to have more videos about the Social Security collecting at 62, except for that one reason. Only one reason that you shouldn't collect your Social Security at 62. And what is it? That's right. You're making so much money and you love that job that you're just going to stay with it. But there's a lot of good news about collecting Social Security, even more benefits now, besides the fact that you actually never, see the more money unless you live to be the ripe old age of 80 years old and beyond. And then, what's it going to do? Hey, I want Tammy to pan around here and show you this boat that's coming through the inlet. This is called a sport fisher. And if it's zoomed in too much, she can zoom out as it gets past the wall there and you can see it better. This is one of my favorite boats. It's a sport fisher. This is real money. It's a diesel motor. He's coming through at a nice calm speed. Yeah, it's just designed for fishing, Isn't that beautiful? And that's an old one. He's got the outriggers on there. He was putting his antenna up as he was coming through, and I told Tammy to see, he's putting another one up because the bridge, he had to go underneath the bridge over there, and it was I guess it's high tide or something. He had to make sure he cleared the bridge. But anyway, we're going to end the video now, but I wanted to tell you that the most important thing today is to get out and live. Find something to do today. Think of things. Google in your area, what's there to do? What free things are there to do? And just get out and start enjoying your life. Smell the roses. Pull away from all the distractions, folks. There's so many distractions. I told you the other day I went to the gym and they got those TVs up there. And they're all like, look over here, look over here. Don't look over here while they're, stealing from us and changing everything. Be aware of all that. Don't let them control your minds, and just get out, smell the roses, think your thoughts, talk to the good Lord, He'll guide you and direct you. He'll give you the comfort and the joy and the happiness. And if you seek Him first, and I'm going back on that because that really is the secret to happiness and enjoying your health and your life and retirement. And today I'm going to make another video. This is just the first one. And we're going to talk about more specific things that you're going to be interested in. And we're hopefully going to find some places today to show you that hopefully if you live in a place and you want to live vicariously through me and see what Florida has, I'm going to bring that to you. And if there's any suggestions you have and questions, just put them in the comments. We read them all. And remember, today is the day to crush it.